Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-January 2023 readings for the zodiac sign of Aries. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But that being said, let's go and jump in and get started. Today we're going to use some old decks and some new decks, so a little bit of new cards here. One of my OG decks if you're an original subscriber, and then somebody actually sent me a deck as a thank you, and I really love the aesthetic, so we're going to use that one. But in column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a look at what's coming for the remainder of January. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions at the end, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But let's jump in and get started. Again, column number 1 is what's wrapping up and coming to a close the last few weeks or month. We have the card, I feel open. I like this, Aries. This means your energy's open, you've been open to receive, you've been open to connect. Open is a good thing sometimes. Like I said, this has a really positive essence around it, so I hope that you are open to receive many good things in different forms and fashion. But let's see what messages we have coming through here. Okay, the first card that we have is the 7 of Coins or 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is a card of patience, hard work, delayed success. It does mean success is coming, but it's waiting. It's patient. The thing is taking a little bit longer than we would like it to. The next card that we have is the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is a card of withdrawing, retreating, moving on. This is about going from good to better with the 8 of Cups, so I like this. This waiting is leading us to something better. It's opened us up to something better. Again, the 8 of Cups is like advancement. It's moving on. And then at the bottom here we have the King of Coins or the King of Pentacles. This is very solid, very practical, very wise. I feel like your thought process and your decision making around the last few weeks have been incredible, Aries. So I like to see that. Really good feeling, and hopefully that's good validation for you as well. With the King of Coins, this is also a card of investment. So potentially you could have made some sort of investment in the last few weeks or month. This is always a good indicator of a really wise and strong investment. So I like to see that. Let's go and take a look though at our clarifiers and see what we're working with here. First up, we have the Emperor. The Emperor is very strategic. It's very long-term. You see you on the throne there. With the Emperor, this is about strategic planning. It's future focused. It's how we're going to move forward. I think it's thinking about this going from good to better. The next step, where we want to be, who we want to be, where we want to go. This is also a card of respect and a card of leadership. I feel like you're waiting for the opportunity that respects you, and that's such a weird way to say it. But that's the message I'm getting. We're waiting for the opportunity that is respecting you in the appropriate way. So take that for what it is, Aries. But I like it. It's future focused. Again, a little bit of delayed success, a little bit of waiting, but the waiting seems like it's going to be worthwhile. We're on a good path here. The next card that we have is the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is a card of bully, theft, violent, abusive, some sort of toxic relationship. And maybe this is toxic habit, toxic anything, thing that's not serving us well. And it's paired really nicely with the 8 of Cups because, again, that's withdrawing, retreating, moving on. Something is not serving us and we're moving away from it, moving on to something much better that puts us back on our throne. Again, we're waiting for that opportunity that respects us because whatever it is right now is not serving us as well as it should be. And at the bottom here we have the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is a card of mastering your craft, enjoying your employment. You might not be enjoying it, but we're again moving towards the enjoyment. This is also reaping the benefits of your hard work. That's why I always like to see the Eight of Pentacles. When I see this, it's like I know something's about to pay off for you. Definitely, again, for those that made an investment, that will pay off for you. But you're on the right path. Hold fast there, even though it's maybe a little slower than you would have liked. Okay, let's move on to our next column now, which is just general what's coming for the remainder of January. We have the card, I am gifted. You are very skilled, talented, and gifted, Aries. I hope you are aware of that and realize that to a full extent. We need to use these gifts. We need to use these talents. I feel like something's underutilized for you right now. Of course, we're going to take a look at cards and see what comes up, but it's like we need to use these gifts, these talents, these skills. So let's see what we've got. Hopefully you can see what I meant by aesthetically pleasing, because these cards are just so easy to look at. Okay, first up we have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is a card of worry, a card of angst. The Nine of Swords can be like nightmare, anxiety, grief, depression. It's kind of unsettled feelings. I'm trying to figure out what we're feeling unsettled about. Of course, we're going to clarify this, but again, unsettled feelings is kind of what's coming through there. There's some angst, some worry, some, I don't know, it really feels like anxiety and worry. Let's take a look though. Temperance though is the next card. This is a good sign though, because this is saying there's going to be some balance. There's going to be some harmony. This is a reminder to be patient though. So let this, whatever was in process, continue to come to you. Reminder to be patient, but there seems like there's going to be some balance and harmony, which is good because these emotions are feeling kind of a little out of whack. Something is not quite right. At the bottom here, we have the Ten of Swords. This is again another kind of not very good feeling. This is low feelings. These are worried, feeling burnt out, feeling exhausted, feeling anxious. Let's see though if I can provide any other clarity as to what is going on, why we're feeling that way. Okay, up first we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a card of secrets, mystery. There's something unknown that's causing angst right now. And let me think about how I want to say this or how I want to advise you here, Aries. I think you're worried something's not going to work out, but you need to like do what you do best anyways. You need to put your best foot forward. You need to give it your best effort. But again, I just feel like there's something you're worried that's not going to work out. Like you don't have all the information. There's like kind of secret or mystery or unknown here. But this is about trusting your intuition, trusting your gut. And again, it's like you're really skilled. You're very gifted. So it's like you need to go for this anyways. You need to do your best. You need to put yourself out there. The next card that we have is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a card of being very bold, being very powerful, being very charming. Again, you have to just put yourself out there. You have to be bold enough to take that step, lead yourself forward on that step, and just know that people will be attracted to you. They'll be attracted to your gifts, to your skills, to your knowledge. Pairs nicely on the Temperance card as well. So it's like you're in a position of power, even though you're feeling low, like you may not feel like you are. At the bottom here, we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card with a lot of different meanings, but I want to focus in on this fourth cup, which is like a gift coming in or a surprise or something unexpected coming in. And that's happening, like, again, you just don't think this is going to work out. You're not feeling whatever this is. And it's like, here it is. It's this surprise, this bonus. It does work out. So that's going to be my advice, to go forward confidently. Like, don't doubt your skills. Don't doubt your gifts. Don't doubt your abilities here. I know it's kind of like there's like a wall or a barrier here and you just can't see past it, but it's like you have to keep walking towards the wall anyways, Aries. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that resonates. Let's move on to our next column now, which is anything related to money. Think job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have. We have this money advice card here to start off with. It says, whether you receive money with a frown or a smile doesn't change the value of it. However, the energy you hold during the time you spend with money can determine what it can do for you. So again, oh my goodness. In this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have. I'm trying to jump ahead and tell you about love already here, Aries. Let's talk about money first. The first card that we have is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a card of loss, regret, feeling low. I feel like you bought something or spent money on something and you're kind of regretting it. We're going to clarify this, but it's like you did something financially and you're like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have done that. I wonder if it's this though, this investment. Because again, this investment looks really promising. We're going to take a look at this though. I feel like you're down about some money you spent or some financial choice you made, but I don't know that you should be because the rest of these cards look really, really promising. The next card that we have is the Ace of Coins or the Ace of Pentacles. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Pentacles, this is new job, new raise, promotion, investment, some sort of new income. So new money coming in. Again, I feel like this was the right financial move, even though you're maybe thinking it wasn't. And at the bottom here, we have the Nine of Coins, Nine of Pentacles, which is luxury, financial gain, self-sufficiency. So definitely money coming in, even though, again, you're maybe not quite feeling it. Let's see what other clarifiers I can give you here. First up, we have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a great card. This is victory, award, recognition, good news, success. Again, we made the right move, so I hope that you can put it to bed and not feel bad about it, Aries. Again, you're regretting this purchase, this investment, this financial decision, and you shouldn't because it's leading to success. It's victory, award, recognition. It was the right thing to do. It has a really positive outcome here. The next card that we have is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card of self-imposed restrictions. This person has a blindfold on and their arms are bound down. But all these swords are stuck in the background around them, so they could very easily kind of wiggle back and cut themselves free. So this is like, again, you kind of have the blindfold on. I don't think you see the value in it yet. So just give it a little bit more time. Again, success is coming through, and then these really wonderful cards of new money coming through. You just can't see it yet. Similar to what we were talking about, you like have this wall and you can't quite see past it. So hang in there. It seems like whatever move you made was actually a really good one, Aries. And then at the bottom here, we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a card of completing a goal, completing a lesson. It's also a card of good fortune and good luck, and it's just a turning point. And obviously we're at a turning point because we have these cards of new money coming in. So you're kind of hitting that turning point of new money. Okay, Aries, let's move on to our next column, which apparently I was really ready to talk to you about, is love. Taking a look at our love card here. It says playfulness, laughter is the best therapy, have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. So let's see what love messages we have. Think family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love. First up, we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is not a very good relationship card to start off with, but let's see where this takes us. The Five of Swords is a card of bully, theft, violence, abusive, some sort of toxic relationship. I don't know if this is a relationship that you're in or a relationship we're still getting over. We're going to clarify, but something in the love realm is not the best here, Aries. The next card that we have is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card of desire for long-term security. Perhaps there was a relationship you wanted to work out and it didn't, or were questioning the viability of a relationship, or questioning if long-term it's going to work out. Is this going to be that long-term security we're seeking? At the bottom here, we have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a card, again, of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. So it seems like things are getting turned around. We need to clarify a little bit more. But again, I feel like there was not a good relationship, or perhaps this is the not good relationship. So we need to figure out, can we make this work long term? Perhaps some of you are just going into a new relationship long term because this current one isn't working. But let's take a look and see what messages I can give you here. First up, we have the Devil card. The Devil card tends to carry not very good characteristics. This is things like greed, envy, materialism, obsession, addiction. Again, something about this is not right. And then you have the Five of Swords, which is bully, theft, violence, abusive, toxic. Again, not good traits mixed together. Potentially it's like obsessive or abusive or addictive. I'm not quite sure. These combinations of cards just isn't. So there's something or someone that's not feeling correctly that I do think we need to move on from, or just don't know that we can right this wrong. That's what I'm saying here. The next card though that we have is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is new love. So again, I feel like we're moving away from this and going into something because long term that wasn't going to get us where we needed to go, Aries. So this is an indicator of new love and success with the new love. At the bottom we have the Death card. I always like to point out the Death card does not mean death, but it is an indicator of endings. It's an indicator of transformation. It's an indicator of needing to move on. And again, there's some relationship that I just don't think that we can make work. It's not going to fulfill those long-term desires, that long-term security. However, this new relationship does. I do see some success and some fulfillment with whatever this new beginning, whoever this new beginning is, Aries. Okay, now let's take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides, something to carry into the end of the month with you. We have the card, I Feel Alone. Interesting message to end on here. I don't know that you feel alone as much as there's value in being alone this month. But let's see where this takes us. Sometimes isolation is good. I do think we're going to be separating from this relationship. But let's again clarify. So let's see what messages we have. This serves as like advice, information, guidance to go into the end of the month with. The first card that we have is the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups has a lot of different meanings. It is a card of luxury, it's a card of financial gain, but it's also a card of self-sufficiency and solo pleasure. So again, I do feel like you're doing some alone time. It's not because you have to be alone, but it's like you need some alone time. You need some you time to just do you. You kind of thrive as you solely here, Aries. So do look for some alone time potentially. The next card that we have is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is very self-sufficient. If you're seeing a trend here, we have alone, self, solo, those kind of reoccurring themes there. And at the bottom we have the Chariot. Somebody once described to me the Chariot as the vroom vroom card. It means there's action, there's change, we're on a journey, we're learning, we're growing. So this is kind of part of the journey, part of the change. Let's take a look and see what other cards we have here. First up, we have the Hangman. The Hangman is a very stagnant card. It's kind of hanging there by the foot, waiting for more information. I feel like you need to uncover things. We need to figure things out. But I think you're going to be doing that on your own as you process through. The Hangman is also gaining wisdom, so I think through this kind of self-adventure and self-journey, there will be a lot of wisdom gained there as well. The next card that we have is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords, it could feel like compromise. Maybe you don't really want to be alone, but that's where you're going, or that's the direction this is indicating you should be going. Then we have the Two of Swords there, which is a decision. So potentially there could be some sort of decision tied up in all of this as well. And at the bottom here, we have the Nine of Cups. This is a really strong way to end this. The Nine of Cups literally translates to wishes coming true. So whatever you're hoping for, whatever you're wishing for, you're on the journey to get there. But for whatever reason, this alone time is really important for you, Aries, going into the end of the month. So take that for what it's worth. All right, now I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. Question number 1 is the 5 of Spades. This is the number 6 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2 is the 9 of Spades. This is number 32 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3 is the 7 of Clubs. This is number 20 card. That's going to be a yes. So no, yes, yes there for you, Aries. If you watched your video earlier this month, we did pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of January. Your crystal this month is Diamond, which is good for spiritual freedom. It's light, helps you think big, really gives you that farsightedness, that kind of future vision. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your healing note says, never hurry, get plenty of exercise, always be cheerful, get all the sleep you need, expect to be well. Thank you so much, Aries, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Thank you.